It's probably like, I bet it's like $1 million. $1 million. Good morning. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for May 29th. This is the time when I'm like, how in the world?
What?
Is time moving this quickly?
Every day I feel a little bit older and less smart. I'm just kidding. Patrick always says that he feels smarter.
That's the benefit of getting older.
Oh man. Okay. Last night
She wouldn't feed me dinner.
Patrick was so hungry. He was like, "Can we make dinner? Can we make dinner?" I was like, I'm piecing right now. And then
I'm like, I'm so hungry.
I wanted to say, make us dinner.
Well, but we were supposed to make a Korean meal, which is definitely her domain.
So I worked on.
I make a mean kimchi bokkeumbap.
Yeah, I thought he had turned Korean while he was caring for me, because one day he made kimchi bokkeumbap and it was good. I was like, "You've completed the transformation. You are now Korean." He made it. It was so good. And then the other night I was making it and he was giving me advice. Well, what I do, I was like, stop right now. You can't give me advice of making, even though he did a good job, I do a better job.
I thought mine was better.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was not better. Okay, some of you should be getting ready for class in a little bit. You're going to be doing, I think it's sewing on the Altair and Stellar. Oh, sorry, it's Luminaire. It's Luminaire embroidery. I guess I could look at the calendar, right?
I covered everything yesterday.
You did?
I did.
Okay, so yes, Luminaire Solaris embroidery features with Miss Michelle. What?
Sewing features.
It says embroidery on the calendar. I think you did embroidery. You did sewing last week.
Oh, okay, embroidery works too then.
So embroidery features on the Solaris and the Luminaire. This afternoon, I will be coloring with the ladies that were in my class yesterday. Here's mine. I stitched it out. And I was told that poppies are red, and then I was told that poppies can be many different colors. So I think they come in all different colors. Only the colors that I did before, those are not the colors. But isn't this cute? I think we had a good time yesterday. And what? Why are you laughing?
But you're not sure?
I'm not sure. But I think I didn't see anyone crying. I look. I'm like, I look for people who are crying and frustrated.
How do you
like
react
when they turn the back on
cry?
the machine? I go, "Mommy's here. Don't cry."
How do you react when people cry? Is it $40?
No. $40, please. I try to hug you. I try to send you a virtual hug
It's a
and
digital
tell you
hug.
It's gonna be okay. It's just a tea towel. Don't cry. It's just a class. Don't cry.
Sewing.
It's just sewing. Don't cry. It's not worth it. I don't know if I've ever done a project where I felt like crying. Maybe dropping the F-bomb. But I don't think I've gotten mad. Like, when you sew right side to wrong side? I did that last night. I was like looking at my pieces. I was like, oh. And then I just unstitched it. And then I did one where I was like, I go, it'll be perfect. And I unfolded. I was like, ugh. And then I unstitched it. I do get tired. And so anyways, I will see some of you this afternoon because we are going to be coloring. This is not done. I'm going to color it, and it's going to look even more amazing than this. Wasn't this fun? And literally, we took a picture of the pattern, sent it to the machine. And some people did work from a JPEG. I think that's amazing, too, that you can do JPEG. And Patrick and I were talking about a challenge that we're going to do.
Should we talk about the challenge? We got to get through the quilt show, but we can tell them what the challenge is going to be.
Yes. So a lot of you have been doing IQ designer classes with Michelle and myself. You've been doing, so what we're going to do is we are going to take anything. And you have to document.
You can't take, so we did a challenge like this a couple years ago. We did it wasn't a totally similar challenge, but we did a challenge like this a couple years ago. And a couple of people just did like a design.
What do you mean?
So it's got to be.
You can make it as easy or as complicated as you want, but your mission.
It's got to be like custom. You can't customize an existing design.
Yes, no. You're going to have to work from, because what I've told people is this is a hand stitching pattern from Crabapple Hill. So you could do that. But you could also go out anywhere in the world.
But what you can't do is another Crabapple Hill hand stitching design.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yes. Anything you want.
Like coloring book, anything.
A coloring book. A T-shirt that you see out on your travels. A drawing that your grandchild did. Anything, but it's going to have to be something that's not an embroidery design.
That was still like one of the coolest quilts, that the grandparent quilt. Do you remember that one? I mean, that was in the early days. Like this is like so the Destiny and the Dream Machine launched in 2014, but people really didn't get them until 2015. And it was probably in 2016 or 2017 that woman came in, and she only showed us one of the quilts, but like the grandkids had traced out their hands and then wrote each grandparent like a personalized note. And there were, I can't remember if there were like 8 or 10 grandkids. So every quilt was customized for every grandparent, but they had the tracing of the kids' hands, and they converted that into an embroidery. And then she went through and digitized each personalized note to each grandparent.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and I don't remember the number of squares. And if you're on and watching, take credit for it. Because I was just like, wow, like if somebody gave me this, it would be
Yeah, what if you did
super highly treasured. But like each grandparent, and there were 5 grandparents, there were a couple blended families in there, but each grandparent got each grandkid's personalized note in a quilt. Like, and the quilts were beautiful. We only saw one of them, but she made 5 of them. But that, what a labor of love too, to like sit and have, I don't know how she did it maybe she just pulled the kids' hands in. I don't know the exact process, but she digitized in IQ or Design Center each personalized note in the kids' handwriting. It was super cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So what if you did something like that? What if you did a memory quilt and it was just all the grandkids, you gave them one sheet of, you cut your paper down to like 8x8, and you told them, don't write too small, but fill this in. And then all we did was we took the picture. I was using Design Snap because I was on the Luminaire. Take the picture, and then you choose it to come from your camera roll, right? Like, or what if you did a recipe quilt? Like you had favorite recipes and took a picture and then send it to the machine. So we'll have to figure out the parameters, but we're going to do a challenge where it is, and then you don't have to do something that big. What if you just did a pillow? What if you just did a tea towel? What if you just did, so it could be anything, but it's going to be you creating your own embroidery designs from images.
So
Just
the
from images.
challenge here is that limits people who have
You have to have IQ
You have to
Designer
have-
and Design Center.
a Destiny, a Dream Machine, a Stellaire, an Altair Meridian, or the Luminaire Solaris machines.
Yeah. And we've worked really hard.
But that is a lot of you. That's like
That's a lot of you.
That's a lot of you.
And I think it'll be inspiring to see what these ladies and gents come up with.
No, for sure.
Don't you think that'll be so exciting?
It's got to be a good prize because it's a little bit more involved too.
Ooh, sure.
So
we'll do
have
a
a good. We'll
we'll
have
do
a good
prize. We'll do a great prize. Don't do it at. It's gonna be a summer project.
That's
Maybe-
the other thing is like things get quiet over the summer a little bit sometimes. And like you'll see even our classes we don't do a ton because people don't show up. Everybody's traveling. They're doing summer stuff. Jeannie's gonna be 2.5 weeks in Korea. We take the month. I wish. Let's do that next year. We'll just take the month of July off.
A1 Vacuum and Sewing closed for the month of July.
We'll just leave service open.
We're getting older and more tired. Yeah, because when we're here, we work hard. So, I gotta cut my jump threads.
But we take the week of July 4th off, and so it'll be a longer period too for the sew along or for the challenge because we don't do a lot during that period of time.
So this was done by Darby Watson. Darby, if you're watching, we love this. And this was IQ Designer. I think she did this on her.
Well, but
she
so
might have done
it
on
was
her
like
Dream
it was
Machine,
like
on their Destiny.
it was an existing design, but she digitized it in IQ.
This is the Salem Witches Guild, the Salem Witches Quilt Guild, and this was meant to be hand stitched. She scanned in the images, turned them into embroidery designs, and then colored them. Can you see that? Like, how cute is that? Like, I would count something like this because you used your IQ Designer. And then she stitched this out on the machine and then colored them. And I think she used colored pencils. Oh my God, it's cute. I would count something like that. Like, that would count. Something like this would count. You have to document where the original design was from. Like, and then it would be amazing. Yeah, Lynn Geldmeyer, you're not allowed in the contest because you're too good. That's what... Marlene, you're funny. Lynn's not allowed because her stuff is too good. Because then she bumps it up a notch. She does something amazing and then makes it more amazing. You're funny. I found the pixel. Oh, yay! Arlene was trying to fill the top where the poppy was and kept getting a flood because there was a missing pixel. So I'm happy to know that you found your missing pixel. Sometimes it's just one, and they're little. Okay, I was piecing last night when I wouldn't feed Patrick. I was like, stop! I'm piecing, and then we would make this soup.
Hungry.
We would make this soup, and I was like, you need to watch when it boils, get me. And I'd run downstairs and I would piece some more. So what I did last night, I am juggling Quilting Through the Seasons and Hello Sunshine. And I got to sprinkle a little bit of mini quilts in there at some point because the new mini quilts are out. Mini quilts July through December. So, but I love, I don't do a lot of piecing because I'm so busy embroidering, but when I get a chance to piece, it always makes me so happy because I look at it as like a challenge to like get all my pieces to fit together and look nice. Lynn, your stuff is just beautiful. We're just calling you out for what it is. Beautiful work. So what I did last night, and these are from Hello Sunshine. These are the 4-patch. I don't even know what their names are. I know they all have like names. 4-patch. And if you piece with me, just know that I'm not like I never know which way I should fold my fabric or like fold to the dark side or press to the dark side. And then we did pinwheels. Aren't those cute? And the fabric. Oh, it's so sweet. And my favorite, and I didn't know these are called windmills. Pinwheels and windmills. Are these adorable? They haven't been quilted yet. But if you want to work on these this week, you can work on these. Tonight, I was going to do the quilting. But I just can't stop staring at this because the colors are so great. And look at that center. Isn't that? Came out really, really good. I was telling people in my video that a lot of times I will sew just this and open it up and go, oh, I did it. And then I sew the whole thing across because I've just done so many blocks where I sew the whole thing across. I open it and I was like, oh, that's so way off. Have to rip it out. So a lot of times I will do the center, and then when it looks good, then I sew all the way across. So that was Hello Sunshine. Posted the video, and tonight, because I'm feeling kind of motivated, I was thinking I would work on some, and they're going to be gone tonight. So I was thinking I could do some embellishments.
We're going to be gone for like an hour, and you want to just stay at the store.
Yes.
So we're all going to go to
I will
the
be
house
working.
together.
I will be here tonight doing some shipping. Oh, let's talk about shipping. If you ordered the Mastering IQ Designer book, I had to reorder more of those, and I just checked my shipping, and they won't be here until I will get half of them. I'll get 10 on Friday and 10 on Monday. So I'm holding your order. So I haven't forgotten you. That's when we're going to get them. If you haven't gotten this yet, because I'm firing up my 10 needle too. The great thing about the 10 needle is I can fire up my 10 needle for a tiling scene, and I can have that going, and then I can stitch on my other machine, although it's hard to film with that going because it's so loud. So, but I am going to fire it up, and I'm going to work on this. And Michelle said she would help me. I still need help with my scan and cut. Because, like, Kathy Bolin did our spreadsheet for us for Hello Sunshine. Thank you again so much. And she wrote in the first column, yes or no for SVGs and, your cutting machine. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Why? So I'm going to, with Michelle's help, try to cut more stuff. Because why not? Like, I love it when we did nativity and my pieces were cut and I just put them down and then stitched. It was so nice. And so everything's pre-cut. I just have to lay it down, right? So this has a lot of applique in it too, which I really, really like as well. So I just picked out my fabrics. I'm going to curate something here from the store. So if you're doing that and you're looking for the fabrics, I'll put something together. Don't forget, Michelle has this class up too. So this is the boxy clear pouch, and there are kits. We don't have a ton left, and I'm mailing a bunch of stuff out today. So don't forget about that class because it's on the 20th. So we don't have a ton of time to get that stuff to you, but we still have time. I did have to order more patterns. So I still have probably half a dozen here that will ship out this week. And then if you order now, it probably won't ship out until next week. Okay, anything else that you can think of, Patrick?
Somebody asked about shirts. I need to call the company today to confirm, but the original date for us to receive the shirts was the 30th.
That's
so
tomorrow.
I think they're supposed to be ready tomorrow.
Was I mailing your shirts?
We did up
Marlene?
our numbers on shirts. I don't think that was going to
Everyone should get their
time,
shirts.
But
and
yeah.
you know what I like is that I think I want a long sleeve shirt. So I might go over there and pick something out and have them put it on the long sleeve shirt. What? What? Don't you think that sounds great? Okay. Anything else we need to talk about?
The live stream.
We should get to work.
I'm going to call you right back, okay?
Is that my son?
Hi. Yes. Who knows that we're on the live stream?
Who knows that we're here? Okay. I don't have anything. I don't have much to. Oh, I do have a little bit more to talk about. So my Riley Blake rep was here yesterday, Oh my goodness.
I'm going to let you talk about this and make sure. I'm wondering if the puppy's not doing okay.
Yeah,
or something.
Poppy's injured herself. She's been hobbling around, and I was like, oh, maybe that happened when you were digging my hydrangeas out. I went out there. I left her out there for 2 seconds, and the bulb, like the hydrangea, which was the prettiest one we had on the patio, was like 10 feet away because she had dug with such force. It had flown out across the patio. I was so mad at her yesterday, and she knew it. I wouldn't even look at her. I was so mad. And she knows she's being naughty, and she just does it anyways. She knows. And then I was like, oh, look at that. I keep the door to my sewing room shut. I try to. Every once in a while, I forget. A beautiful spool of chartreuse cotton and steel thread chewed up. It's so hard to love her when she is so bad. But I guess it's really my fault, right? I should just do a better job. Momo, I've never had a destructive dog. I mean, a little destructive, like they rip apart their toys. I've never had a dog that has gone after so much of our stuff. And we are always on high alert. And I was like, anyways, you don't need to know about that. Yes, April, I will put something together. It's not going to be these exact fabrics. I'll put it together today, and I'll have a little sample for you tomorrow. We'll put something together for Kindred Spirits. This is the first one I've ever done where it doesn't look like it's going to be in 5x7 hoopings. I'm going to be doing it in my 8x8 hoop and leaving my fabric on a strip, and I'll show you how I'll put it together. I was going to start this weekend, but I'm going to also use the black shape flex. Black shape flex on, I love Essex. I don't know if you've ever used Essex fabric, but I'll have to add that to my cart too. We'll get some Essex to do this on. So I'll put all of that together. So I wanted to talk to you about some fun stuff that we're going to do with my, my Riley Blake rep. We'll talk about the fun stuff we're going to do later. But she did bring the book for Lori Holt's Hometown. So remember we were doing Hometown, and she sent me the cut list, and I know some of you have the cut list. I was overwhelmed looking at the cut list. I was like, let me go grab the book.
Lynn wants to know, how are you going to survive without embroidery when you're in Korea? She's going to be eating her way through the country.
Kai, I think I'm going to stay in Seoul with Kai for the first week, and I think
it's the second week.
What do you mean it's the second week? So I should go right to Sosa?
His first week, he has class from 8 till 4. His second week, he has class from 1 to 4. His second session.
8 to 4 and 1 to 4?
So the first week...
So we can eat in the morning, he goes to class, and then we can eat in the evening? And I want to go and do everything with him. Like, you know, something that's really big over there are, like, arcade, like gaming arcades, which Kai wants to go to. But they have great food there, so you game. I'm not a gamer.
They have like great comfort food, like tteokbokki.
And there's markets, and there's that was my stomach. Food, just food everywhere. So
What about fabric?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have too much fabric as it is.
I'll take you to the markets. We'll do some videos from the markets there, because the literally it's like a football field. Buttons. Then you go to the next store. Ribbon. Like, it is. And like several stories
high.
And you know, so much of your fabric that you buy right now comes from Korea. So you know what? I'll look into that and I'll figure that out. 1 week I'm going to spend in the countryside with my mom's family. I don't even know if you can call it the countryside anymore. But I will do some videos, but like.
That was like the craziest thing.
Kai and I will be eating. The eating will begin on the airplane. It will begin on the flight there. Even if it's not great, I still eat all of it. I just love eating it.
Like, because Korean Air has
Am I
good
going
food.
Korean Air?
You're Korean Air.
Yeah, they have good food, and they start feeding you right away. And you can pick, like, your either your Korean meal, or they'll have, like, a more traditional, just, like, you know, American cuisine. Right? They'll have both choices.
Always choose the Korean meal.
Yeah, the Korean meals will be good. So, if you haven't gotten this yet, I talked to the rep about it, and she's pushing hard for them. There's no plans right now to kit it. I don't know if I have the intestinal fortitude to get this kitted. So,
meaning if you don't kit it, they gotta cut it themselves.
Yes, but I asked her, I go, what do you think the chances are that it's going to be kitted? And she said she thought it was good. So just wait. Get your design now. Put it on the shelf. Look at it. Enjoy it. And we're hoping for a kit, and I'll let you know as soon as we have one available. Other things I ordered. Oh my God, there's so much good stuff coming out. I'm going to show it to you later because I'll get it up on the site. When we get it up on the site, I think this is up there. Let me look at the promotions page. Can you, I know I haven't posted any good stuff lately, but I think that.
Can the quilt be made using a 6x10 hoop?
Are we talking about the Lori Holt one? Because I think it did have several sizes. You can do, yep. Look at here. Hoop size. 8x10 and, 8x12 and 6x10. So absolutely, you can do that. So if you have like a smaller format machine that has the 5x7 and the 6x10, you know the other thing, this is the quilt that's going to be, and this is on the site too, we're doing all of the pre-orders at 20% off. This is the one that's called Wings. And I love her stuff. This is Janet Wecker Frisch. Am I saying that right? She's the one who did She Who Sews. She has all those just amazing lines. And I think this is going to be her first machine embroidery quilt. These, I've never done dolls before. But there's going to be this line, and then she has another line that's going to be coming out in the fall. This is Jennifer Long. And create your own heirloom quality modern rag dolls. I thought this was great too. Look at the hoop sizes. So 5x7, 6x10, and 8x12. And you do it in parts. So like, think about how big those dolls can be, or how small those dolls can be. Working in all those different sizes. The final sizes of the dolls will be anywhere from 14 inches to 18 inches. And look at his little shirt. His little plaid shirt. Is that just, and his beard. I asked if you could dress him, and I think like his bonnet and her bonnet and apron can come off, but not the other stuff. So I don't think I can show you this. I don't know what I'm allowed to show you.
You should probably just
show you
not
this,
then.
right?
You should probably just not then, if you don't know. You should probably just not. They're like, show us.
I gotta look. It's not like I can even show you much. I can show you this. Because the fabric, can you pre-order the fabric? Queen of Ween. So Frisk, and they wouldn't show. So all that my rep told me was, did they get to see the sample? I don't even know if they said, but everyone was freaking out. So Frisk, again, is doing a Halloween collection, which you can see the collection up. Like, I can see it up online right now. It looks amazing. Can you order it? Oh, is this old? So, but she's doing a machine embroidery quilt that I think is going to be absolutely adorable. And it's not coming out until August. So we'll be able to show you that sooner than later. So just like sneak peeks, little taste, there's lots of stuff coming out. So get working, clear your room, finish your UFOs so that you can work on these when they come out, because we're going to do it all. I'm looking at the promotions page just to see if this is up. I don't see it up. I'm going to bump it to the top. I'm putting this up. I haven't even used it yet, but people have raved about it. This is the Acorn Easy Precision Piecing System. And what you get in this is, these are the essentials. Piecing Starter Kit contains all the essentials one needs to create precise, flawlessly flat seams. And you're going to get your Easy Press fabric treatment, the Easy Press pen. So I think this goes into the pen. And your seam alignment gentle hold fabric glue. I should have used this last night because people have been raving about it. You know, you guys tell me products that you're using and you rave about it. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't know about that. So, and I bet a lot of you already have this. I'm going to bump it to the top of the site. Right now it's $28.99. And we'll throw it up there at 20% off. So let me just bump it up there. You'll see it in just a couple of minutes. So Lynn says, I use that all the time. It is fantastic. And Jen says, it's so good. So is the fabric treatment. So yes, a lot of you have been using this. I didn't know anything about it because, you know, I'm not a traditional piecer. Or I don't do a lot of piecing. But I will bump this up on the website right now. And we'll do it at 20% off. So it's $23.19, and let me bump it up there. Is it in there? Deals. And I don't have anything left to talk about, Patrick. Do you?
Let's get to work.
Let's do it. We're going to get to work and have a great day. Be creative and make something awesome. I'm going to be working to get orders out because I didn't send that much out yesterday. So today will be the day. And just know if you have a t-shirt, we should have those tomorrow. Might be end of the day.
I'm going to call them.
We're going to call
today.
them. So hopefully, as long as we get them, we'll start shipping those on Friday. And your Mastering IQ Designer, Friday and Monday will be here. And we'll get all of those sent out to you. See you later.